So I've gotten through it, finished everything. Let's talk about it. Okay. So, the heist itself is decent. If you do all the setups, the heist is pretty easy to run through, while still being pretty interesting. It's fun. I liked I liked it. I liked the being on the island for that aspect of it. The actual end heist is pretty good. Pablo is hilarious. He's like my favorite part of the whole update, to be honest. Pablo's great. El Rubio himself is a decent antagonist. I would have actually liked to see more of him. I think it would have been better if the majority, or if at least some of the setups took place on the island, like, instead of back at Los Santos. I feel like that was just like a really big missed opportunity. The core aspects of the Cayo Perico heist the update are good, but then the nuts and bolts are just like severely lacking. Not only do the setups for the heist leave you like struggling against restrictive time limits and bullet sponge enemies that just like can't be locked onto, doing the setups in free roam still leaves you at the discretion of other players. It's a pain in the ass, and it doesn't really feel, I don't know. The worst part about the preliminary work for the heist is that it feels out of place. The heist takes place in Colombia, but the setups are in Los Santos. Like, why? But not only that, the setups just seem like, like lazy attempts to just keep you, the player, busy in between the heist. They don't feel like they are related to the heist. They don't build any excitement or give us any insight into El Rubio, Mini Madrazo, or like either of their criminal networks. Where's the writing? Like, where's the story? There's just like no development, no structure. It's bland. Like, in comparison, the Doomsday heist, like every setup in the heist for the Doomsday is mission based. It's not free roam, but like these setups each contain building elements and story progression that built up to the finale. It was just like a story. You played through it. It was a new, that was great. That in that aspect, at least, like there was a new story. The Diamond Casino House built on the lore of a previous update and expanded it, while each setup, while still being a free roam chore, still manages to directly relate to the casino and your upcoming heist. Like, you steal key cards, tail employees, take pictures of security routes. It feels like a heist. The setups for the Cayo Perico heist are just, chores, nothing else. There is almost no substance to them. They are just frustrating time consumers. That's really all it is. It's just a frustrating time consumer. The submarine is great, but it could be better. I'm not gonna go crazy about the sub. I like the sub. It just, this could be because I didn't buy the sonar station. I don't know, but it's impossible to see underwater. The driving it is just not the best. It's just you can't see shit. It feels like it's slow, but you can't tell because you have no real frame of reference to see what you're moving against. Again, I don't know. Maybe that's because I didn't get the sonar station. I'll have to check that. I don't know. It seems like they didn't finish it, but it is good. The new radio stations are like an unequivocal meh. Just meh. Oh man, I'm gonna get into that. But yeah, I don't care about Still Simpin' FM or whatever. No one listens to that weird bougie techno. It's like what people thought would be cool when Eiffel 65 was popular. It's weird because there's a lot of good music in that area, in those genres, and it's just not a lot of it's in GTA Online though. It's just seriously, the entire radio stations, it just sounds like a Scion commercial. It's just stop, please. And then there's the other radio station, KULT 99 whatever. That's actually good half the time, but most of the songs don't fit together. I don't like listening to it, the radio station. It just feels like listening to a shuffle. It's weird. The dialogue is not the best. It's some of the people in the radio, they really cared, but then some of them, it feels like they don't. It's actually happened with the Doomsday heist, and when it feels like some of the people involved are really just doing it for a paycheck, and it shows, and it sucks because the people who really care about it, you can hear that they're into the lore, they like their voice acting, it reflects that they're just, it's like you put them together and it doesn't match. So it's like I feel bad for the people that you can tell actually care about it, because they're getting kind of the short hand of the stick when the people that they're working at, they might not even be in the same room together when they're recording. And it's like when that reflects in the game experience, it just sucks. It's not a good time for anybody involved. Oh man. But alright, but like the last thing I want to get into is GTA Online is free to play, but it's not a free game. Like, it costs money. Not every player pays, but Rockstar or Take-Two, like, they're getting paid. When somebody buys a shark card, when you spend money on GTA Online, you're paying for somebody else to play the game. And as so, the game is catered and designed towards selling shark cards. That's why grinds keep getting nerfed. It's why payouts for heists are held up by tedious missions that aren't meant to be hard as much as they are time-consuming. It's why necessary content is locked behind expensive in-game paywalls. It's time to start calling it for what it is, and what it's not is a free game. But yeah, Dark Space just made a video a few days ago, The Truth About Shark Cards, featuring Swegta, Badger, Good Gear, Combat Wombat, and Zumi Fiasco. I'm sorry if I said any of those names wrong. And it's just spot on. I'm not going to go into too much more about the shark cards, because honestly, this video analyzes it perfectly. Like, it's the best argument out there. It's really a compilation of the argument. It's the facts, it's the truth. You should watch that video. You should definitely check that out. I'll probably leave a link. It's good. But yeah, everything with this new update, it's like it should be fleshed out more. There's a lot of good things. The core of it's really fun, but it's mangled behind all the bad like business practices that they've been kind of like enforcing over the past years. And I'm gonna pull back. I like the last two videos, I really like dug into the developers, but I'm gonna say, like, this is definitely Take-Two. I feel like the development stuff, I'm really upset about we expected a new map, oh god. But really though, the game's been out for 7 years now. It's going on a decade, and it's just the same map we've been playing for that long, and without any even talk or anything about a new, like, any releases or anything else. It's just, if this is gonna be what we're playing for a while, it's just, you hear about a new map and you're really excited about that. It's just, and it feels like with the new areas that they have, I mean, not new areas that they have, but like areas that they've already shown us, it's like the fact that you're kind of stuck playing 99% of your experience on Los Santos, the same map we've been playing for 7 years now. It is kind of stale. So it's just, you do get really upset when you're excited about, you think you're going to be experiencing like an entire new map pretty much, even if it is small. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot more to say right now. Again, it's just like, it's hard to give this a good rating, but like I said, it's just, on its own, it's not the worst update, but for what they said it was, and I think what we all expected, it's far from that. And the bad business practices that we've seen, and I'll admit this has a lot to do with Take-Two Interactive and the parent company of Rockstar, but it's still bad. It doesn't make it a good experience. It still makes it a bad experience. So we just hope to see things get better, I guess. Maybe just we hope to see things get better. If you like the video, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Make a couple more videos, probably see what else comes out. Maybe if anything changes, who knows if I change any opinions. But thanks for watching. Adios.